WhymsicalWyvern here. Apparently, my voice is starting to go out, so this is the perfect time to stream. I stream weeknights on Twitch, and something's happening out there which is making me very nervous. All right, let's see. Share link. And I put my VODs on YouTube, which I'm going to catch up on tomorrow. I have a very busy Thanksgiving planned. I'll squeeze my family in somewhere. Alright, I think I'm up and running. Sarybot is here. Saw a documentary on TV last night about how they put ships together. It was riveting. Another good one for my dad. Oh, they've been just popping lately. Just popping. I'm going to take that picture too because he doesn't have a way to really see that. You got to make it grandpa friendly. Alright. I have no idea anything about this game. It just keeps being recommended to me, probably because my name is Whimsical. But I thought it was kind of on brand and sort of a fun idea. Oh, I lost a follower since yesterday. That's awesome. I obviously had a great stream. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. All right. Wow. Wow, that was really good. So, I should get into this game and see what the heck is going on. So, hidden capybaras with orange in the Whimsical Library. I've actually had on my wish list for some time. It's a cheap little game. I don't know if this is a 5-minute game, a 5-year game. I don't know. But we're gonna find out. And I'm gonna give you guys a chance to show up. As soon as the commercial's over, I'll dive into the game. Let's see what we got. I guess that's credits. I don't want any of that. Why would I want that? Back to game. Usually I end up needing to be more like in here. And obviously that's going to be play. Ah, Dwagon, what on earth is the name of this game? Is it crazy? I was thinking of you, Dwagon. Hidden capybaras with orange in the Whimsical Library. I keep having it recommended because I think because my name is Whimsical. And I finally said, you know what? It was okay. I bought another game at the same time, but I don't know if I can get it to run. So I'm going with this because it should be simple. For a second, I thought you had made this game. I wish. I think that would be fun to make a whimsical game, but they have a whole bunch of really cheap games. I'm a little mad on them, but they keep being really highly recommended, so I was like, well, I'll give one a try. Anyway, welcome. I hope you had a satisfactory day. Oh my gosh, that feels so good in my throat. You made it make a capybara picture. I don't even know how to chat. Let's see if I go in my own chat. Can I follow the link? It wants me to time out, ban, delete, or copy. I just wanted to follow the link. Apparently, it'll punish you. I don't want to do that. Anyway, very cool. Very cool. Has the commercial happened yet? Happy. No ads here. Cool. I'm just going to move forward then. Let's press play and find out what we're getting into. Oh my gosh. I have to make choices? I guess I'll start on the bottom left. 100 cats and 5. Oh, I see. So that's what I'm looking for. Wow. That's so dark, though. Oh, wow. This is going to be harder than I thought. Okay. Maybe I should have done this on the flat screen. Oh, so that'll, like, light the things around it? Heyo, just passing by real quick. I hope y'all have been doing great. We're doing good. Hello, Nameless. Bye, Nameless. Okay. Gosh, that's almost worse. Okay. And that is nothing. That is definitely a capybara. Oh, so am I lighting up the whole picture? Is it oh, I can make it bigger. Okay, that helps because the coloring is wait, but I can't move it around? That feels like I should be able to move it around. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Well, it's definitely interesting. Am I looking for oranges specifically? No. Oh, wait. So if I click on it, the capybara's orange, that counts too. Oh, that's nifty. Okay. I like that that's like a shark with the sun. That's funny. Okay. Okay, well. It's different. Am I lighting up the whole library? I'm a little confused. Now see, that had me. That one looked legit to me. But I guess it has to have all the components. This is going to be hard. I would never be able to beat stage 1. Yeah, I don't know what to think. Like, this looks capybara-like, but it doesn't count. So I'm trying to figure out what counts. There are clues. See, like, there's an orange. Oh, it did count. There's an orange, and it doesn't count, and then it did. Alright, I'll just methodically go through, I guess. See, that looks like one, and it was. Okay, I should trust myself a little more, maybe. Not sure what oranges have to do with capybaras. Do they like them? That's cute. Oh, so I'm trying to find these little dingies too. That was cute. Those are going to be even harder. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do, but I needed a game for stream, and I've had this in my library for some time, and I just went for it. I'm like, I keep going, is this going to be any good or not? And I finally decided there's only one way to find out. I was also thinking of doing Redeem. I'm going to run it by you. I don't know because I have to look into it, obviously. But I was thinking that there was that horrible demo I did way back with the demo sale in the spring with all the bunny girls and stuff, and everybody still talks about it because it was so ridiculous. But maybe I would see about playing that now that I don't know if it's out or not, though. I have to go see. And it would have to be a redeem. It would have to be something that's earned from something being achieved, but I don't know what. You want the bunny? The bunny, the bunny. Oh, I like the bunny, the bunny, the bunny. Good old Veggie Tales. I think I've got the outsides pretty good. Alright, so now I gotta go for middle bits. How much is left? 53. I didn't need... Okay, so I'm about halfway. That's not too bad. This is the side that I kind of did first. We need a redeem for Arcanum. I'll think about it. I need to look into it a little bit more. I did buy something today. Because it was 70% off. Or who has the most points on this channel? I don't know. Since you guys take turns being in here, it's really hard to know. Anyway, I've got to figure out if we can run the game that I got. But I've been wanting a new game that I could get some content out of. I'm sorry, it's not Arcanum. I hope you forgive me. It is controversial. Does that help? There was all kinds of hullabaloo when it came out, and my girls wouldn't let me get it. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been even remotely controversial, to be fair. Well, that's kind of fun. So they're in the little houses. I really want that to be one, but it's not. Yeah, that happens when people make something political and it's not. I hate to admit this is actually turning out kind of pretty. I really kind of wanted to poop all over this game. I'm supposed to find a capybara with an orange earring. Oh, I did find a capybara with an orange earring. Okay. It has wizarding stuff. I don't know. Maybe nobody else is even interested. I really wanted to play the game when it came out. OMG, look at the buffed ultra muscular. I know, right? What is that? Wow. Oh, it did count. The first time I clicked it, it didn't work. Okay, there you go. Just like these big oranges don't work, but then sometimes they do. I guess I have to try them all. Well, apparently, you had to get rid of somebody. Somebody was messing about in chat. They weren't being good. I love Saribot. You know what? Thank you so much, Dwagon, for recommending that. That is perfect for someone who's incompetent like me. Set it and forget it. Sari loves killing other bots. I know, right? Does that make Sari a cannibal who likes to tell dad jokes? I guess that's part of the lore. Alright, I've got 16 and 1. Okay. I'll back off in a minute and see, but I'm just trying to methodically go through because this is kind of insane. I just imagine that Sari just shoots at other bots with a handgun. Nah. She deserves something better than a handgun. Maybe a hand cannon. Let's see. This is another area I did kind of heavily. Oh, there are craftable hand cannons in Arcanum. They're really fun and they don't blow up in your hand. Man. I told you I was thinking about it. But right now I'm making this riveting content. Alright, let's see. Pink Bumblebee. Oh, Dwagon. Literally all tech can fail and blow up. Of course. Some of it with a little more help than others. Okay, Dwagon, I gotta post something for you. You know the cat. Wrong person. Hold on. Okay. You know the cat that we saved and then Dish, and then we sent her. Okay, let me go over here to Discord. Where did I have all her stuff? Oh. If Tomas is in California, how is it that he's never felt an earthquake before? Sorry. Not asking questions. All right. Presenting. Newly dubbed Princess Tiger. What do you think? Apparently he's always been asleep. Here, I'll give him a sympathetic face. I don't know, that doesn't look very sympathetic. That looks pretty mean to me, but I don't know, I tried. Literally all tech available. Okay, I'll go back to my game. Anyway, the people who were only going to foster her, take her to the vet, and get her adopted out, they do this with strays all the time. I told them she was cuddly. They're like, yeah. That's what's already happened to her with less than a week in their house. I said, see, you can't tell she's wild. She's even got little bobcat spots on her tummy. But she does not act wild. And they're like, are you sure she's... I said, where would she have come from? They really don't understand. I am truly in the middle of nowhere. She just wasn't meant to be a wild creature. Alright. Alright, I feel like this area is empty. Like, if I was gonna hide something, it would be in an... Rocky is now taking 50% of my mouse pad. I told my friend, I said, this does not look like you're getting ready to give this baby away. Oh. Alright, I might have to actually use clues at this point, which is a little embarrassing, but you know what? Some of the things I clicked, they didn't take. So I'm also thinking... Yeah, we could have some places I clicked and I just didn't quite get the right exact spot. That's got a number 5. I don't know if that's special or important or not. When you spot something, click on it several times just to be safe. That's what I think I'm going to have to do. Because, like, some of the big ones, I've clicked on them a few times and nothing happened. And then I click on it later and something, like, here's another big one that did click. I really want to do something with his bug face. I don't know what's going on with that bug face, but I feel like it wants to... Oh, they're supposed to be owls. Okay. Now I've got 3 capybaras left. Out of 100. So I don't think I've done too bad. But, come on. Alright, I've got 2 left. Oh my gosh, that one's sneaky. Lots of detail, though. I mean, they really took time on this silly little thing. Oh, I see. That's the card catalog. Now that there's enough light around it. I love card catalogs. I miss them. I would go in sometimes and just randomly pick the card catalog and just randomly pick a drawer and pop my finger in to see what I found and go find the book. I found some really neat stuff there. I found some really sketchy stuff that way, and I also found some things I had no business reading as a child, but very cool. Can I not make it smaller than that? Alright, so it looks like the borders have none. Yeah, one more, I know. It's probably staring at me. I could cheat, but I sort of feel like I got this far, by golly. Oh, no cheating allowed. Look, if it's just me, I'll sit here for 13 hours figuring it out. I feel like this is a really good place. Capybara. They're hanging out on the books named after them. So you want a funny capybara story? Some of them don't even look like capybaras. Might be hard to find the last one. I know. That's why I said I might have to cheat. It's not because I'm a cheater. It's because I'm doing a stream. If I sit here and stare at the same picture forever, it's not a big deal. But people might want something else to happen. I think we're fine for now. So at my grandma's nursing home, she had developed dementia, and we were taking care of her at home, and we loved her very much and wanted to keep her at home. But she had started doing some things that were hurting herself because she didn't know any better anymore. And in the end, we had to make a very difficult decision to put her someplace that she picked, that she was happy with. I want to be clear on that. She was involved as much as she could be. But we made sure it was a place where she could walk and be outside a lot, and because she always loved that. That was really important to her. But it was in a safer environment because she'd gotten lost several times. And she kept talking about the bunnies. She loved to go out walking and pet all the bunnies and how they all came running to her. And she had started sneaking food out of the cafeteria for the bunnies. And we're like, we have marsh hares in Florida. They don't act like that. And we're going, has she lost it that bad yet? It seems a little early for that because she was part of, the decision to go there and everything. On a more clear day. That's what's sad, is when you can see what's happening, I guess. But at least she had some say in how things happened. So there was that. Anyway, so we started trying to walk with her. And she's like, you're scaring away the bunnies. So we were taking turns walking with her, trying to see, what is she talking about? Is this a real thing? What's going on? only to realize somebody must have had some pet capybaras or something that they didn't want to take care of anymore, so they released them um, on the grounds for the place where she was. And they weren't bunnies, because first we're like, what the heck is that? I really want this to be one, but it's not. But they would come up to everybody and they'd pet them and be friendly, and we were getting all the elderly people were sneaking them things from the cafeteria, so I don't think their diet was necessarily healthy, but they sure seemed to be thriving. So apparently we have a very capybara friendly environment here. The good thing is that capybaras are good at surviving on their own. Oh heck yeah, we were shocked. We're just like, where's this from? South America? How'd it get here? But so many other things do. It's yet another bit of wildlife that Florida Fish and Wildlife will tell you isn't here. But if you know where to look. But she got mad when we went and called them bunnies, because they were clearly bunnies. Where else would they be? The biggest thing that we noticed is we're like, they don't have the right tails, they don't have the right ears. They were a similar color to our marsh hares, so I don't know like what they're supposed to look like. But they had adapted in, and then we realized we'd actually been seeing them for some time. We just hadn't looked for them. You kind of see what you expect to see. And they don't seem to be a bad invasive like the pythons. Alright. I've gone out of this picture so many times. I am kind of ready to give it a cheat and see how the cheat function works. And the only other possibility is one of these count. Because there's been none in the border. None. But this looks like it's the exact same picture over and over. The game is cheating. It does feel like it. I mean, I even found the one that was all sneaky hiding in here. Like, I think I've done pretty good. Oh, I hear Artie baking. Wait, what or who is riding the horse? Riding the horse. Hold on, where's the horse? We've got the ship. Yeah, this. That's like a bug. Literally, like a bug alien thing. And then there's a picture of it again over here, right here. I do really love the art on this, though. I really do miss card catalogs. Does that make me dated? Haha! I did it! I did it! I did it! The fish girl? The 34 minutes and 32 seconds. It timed me? Oh dear. Okay, well. I wish I could see the whole thing at once. That feels like a little bit of a... Alright, how do I go back? Shall we go clockwise or shall we go here to here to here to here? I like going weird. Only 4 stages? It was $1, alright? It was $1.99. But there's a whole series of games and they all say whimsical. There's a whole series about capybara and this one has capybara and whimsical. So I thought it would be nice to try. What is Artie baking? What is she streaming tonight? I don't know what she's streaming tonight, but I could go ask. She's baking, I think she said she wanted to make a cheesecake. Again, I can go ask. Alright. Once I blow it up, I know that it doesn't seem to go back small again, which I do feel is a bit of a flaw, but I'm gonna come over here and go through this one a little more methodically. For all that I just started randomly hitting them in the middle because I was excited that I could see them. It helps to know what I'm looking for. It helps a lot. Oops. Nope, you can't leave. Okay, wait. I got an idea. I can do something you can't do. Wait a minute. Knight is reacting to my Discord. Okay. What are... Why did it go to YouTube? What are you playing tonight? Wagon wants to know. Alright, let's see if she answers. And I won't even leave my chair. They do have cute little butts. Do they really not have tails? I should look them up. I think I saw one in a zoo one time, but I've seen them IRL, because like I said, they would... come for the treats. The old people would sneak out of the cafeteria. The elderly, beloved people. I saw a few when I was a kid. They were bigger than me. Yeah, see, these weren't that big, but then it's not exactly their optimum environment. The fact that they were surviving and clearly breeding alone was kind of shocking, really. This is really cool, but I don't know that I would want that many mushrooms in my library. I'd be very unhappy, I think, about that bit. That one's cute. Alright, let's see. So if I use this and I take it to this side of the screen. This is definitely a trap. Yep, there we go. That's what the owl looks like. That's helpful, actually. I told her whatever she makes, she has to clean it up because I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to make for Thanksgiving in the morning. Of course, they were bigger than you when you were a kid. They're not bigger than you now. That would be a big. I should think it gets quite a bit colder where you are. Those look octopusy. Some of them can be huge, which is why the Brazilians grow them for meat. Yeah, we didn't tell Grandma they can be used for meat, but you can use bunnies for meat too. $35 here. All right, let me plot that in my converter. $95 Fahrenheit. Oh, so it was hotter there than here today. By like 5 degrees. You got us beat. I mean, I didn't think we were having a contest exactly, but if we were, you just won. That's a cute little one. Well, I guess that's the center. On Friday, it will get a bit near 40, perhaps 39. Maybe it gets warmer there than here. It gets very hot here, but it's very humid, and what will happen is it rains. So it has been over 100. I'm not sure it's ever gone over 105, except maybe once in my life. But considering it's November, it's quite warm for November. But I don't mind. This might be a good year to go swimming at Christmas. And of course, 2 days of rain afterwards. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I hate. Do you swim in a river or a pool? I would not swim in a river in Florida. People who swim in rivers, it's because they fell out of boats. That being said, we have lots of lakes and springs, but typically, if I take the kids, it's going to be a pool. We have a relative with access to a very nice pool, and that's where I would take them because I love them, but they are not the best swimmers. I taught them. I made sure they had all the necessary skills. But that is not one of their strongest suits. They all love to be on boats and stuff, though. I'm assuming all rivers are infested by gators. Not just gators, but yes. Any lake, river, puddle. After Milton, someone I knew had trouble because they could not get in and out of their driveway because a bull gator had taken over a puddle that Milton made at the end of their driveway, and they had no access in and out of their home because it was a big one that had been displaced by the hurricane. And of course, they weren't allowed to just shoot it because, you know, we got to take care of the poor, fluffy, wild animals. I almost drowned when I was almost 3 years old, so I have always kept a safe distance from water. Can't swim. You probably could with the right instruction. I think the hardest thing for me to learn, because I've taught so many people to swim, is that my kids needed to be taught in a different way. And they all can swim. I mean, you throw them in a lake or a river or an ocean, they can swim. They're okay. They just, like one of them, bless them, I won't say which one of the three, sinks like a rock no matter what. Just the way they're balanced, their weight, I've never seen anything like it. It doesn't work in my brain, but they just go straight down if they're not actively working really hard at it. So I do get that creates an issue. There's a much higher chance that I will learn to walk on water. I used to try to do that. I would get a boogie board in a pool or on a lake or even on the ocean, and I was determined to walk on water. I would like start on the boogie board and try to see how far could I run on the water like a lizard or something. Oh, I fell hard. Same here. I just think that's why I'm almost drowned despite my floating vest. Yep, there you go. I have one with that issue. But because there's water everywhere here, that's just not an option to not know how to swim. So I found a place that specialized in helping kids with some sensory issues. I thought that was completely ridiculous and unnecessary prior to that point, but I also didn't want my kids to drown just because I was, stubborn. Because family still kept taking them on boats and stuff, So they learned. But the whole throw them in the water and they'll just learn to swim doesn't work with these guys. They'll just wait for you. Oh, oh my gosh. Right, 3 and 2. Which is where it becomes a much bigger problem. I feel like the stained glass nature of this did help. Time to get Florida dry? No, not quite yet. That's January when we burn. January, February, March. We've already stopped raining. Do not wish the flames upon us early. Oh gosh, the roads are so freaking dusty. All those oranges on the books. I really want one of them to be a capybara. That's part of why my voice sounds strained, because everything is just setting off my asthma right now. Start throwing sponges at Florida's rivers and lakes to get rid of the water. Well, we have a very famous river. One of the only rivers in the world that flows north. So help me, I was shocked. It's a whole freaking river, right? I was at a grocery store one time, and someone in the parking lot came up to me. How do I find this river? And we're all looking at them like they're crazy. Like, where'd you come from? They came from Massachusetts or something. They go look at rivers. And like, okay, you realize you probably had to cross the river to get to this area. You expert, you. I think that they lived a life where they consumed a lot of leaves of the cannabis-y kind. We were all just like, who goes on a trip to see a river? And then you don't know where the river is. Like, it's on every map, drugged bastard. I didn't quite go there, but that is what I was assuming. Like, let's put it this way. I'm not sure it's possible in Florida, in 99% of the state, to throw a rock and not hit an ocean, a lake, a swamp, or a river. We have a lot of water, and she couldn't find any. We're like, you got over the border. Not to be, you know, putting too much on it, but do you know what water looks like? You don't want to be rude or mean, but at the same time, it's... Who goes into a parking lot of a random store looking for a major deal? It's like, it would have been just as weird if it was like North Carolina and they were looking for mountains. North Carolina is full of mountains, for the record. People go there for the mountains. So I'm not going to say people don't go places for stuff like that, but I don't know, I would think you'd have a plan. Gee, I just thought I'd check out the Amazon jungle. I know this is the drugstore, but can you point me to the jungle? Yeah, can you give me all your money first? You're not gonna need it anymore. Obviously. This is deceptively difficult. I started out so methodical. I don't know. I'm uninspired. This one's easier to look at in a way than the other one, but I am definitely not finding... Last up. Okay, so that's all the owls. So that's a secret. I say that I'm gonna give up. And then I randomly click. That's what I need to do. Oh man, this is getting so hard. It's not working. Oh, there was that guy from the USA that went missing from his country and showed up just outside the Amazon forest. When asked what happened, he just said, I went to the Amazon forest, and he didn't remember how he got there. I believe it. People's brains do weird things, I guess. I still think it helps to have something that you're under the influence of. I just don't think that's normal. Well, one left. See, if it was just noticing the random pattern, but what feels cheaty is there'll be other spots with those markings, and they are not oranges or capybaras or whatever. Hey, I just realized dinner is ready. I must finish. Okay. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. Have a wonderful dinner, Dwagon. I'm gonna try the function. Okay, that was useless. I don't see it. Well, there has to be something circular, right? Alright, I cheated and I still can't find it. That feels like a flaw. Seriously, show me. Oh. Oh, I see. I clicked on those before. Aha. Okay, so this is the stained glass room. And I did cheat. I don't regret it. Although that was more findable than it looked. Alright, let's... Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Done this for an hour and 10 minutes. And I think only Saribot is watching. That's weird. Part of the scarab beetle? That's disturbing. Okay. Oh gosh. That's a capybara. Boop, 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 boop. Not sure what the entire kind of premise of the game is exactly, even though I'm playing it. I guess it's good for practicing visual discrimination skills. That one's really cute. I'll admit it. There are some cute ones in here. I don't really want to admit it, but I will. Definitely looks to me like there should be something in it. So I guess it's the same basic picture, but done with them in slightly different places. He is the firefly lamp. He is the kerosene. No. Come on. What are those little fireflies for? I guess they're just success, or every success contributes to the ability to do hints. Maybe I don't really want to do hints, so. Boop. They kind of make it a point of it being the same room. "23 and 3. Aww. Okay, so I'm far less good at finding the owls. Beep. So it's a slightly different perspective as well. I feel like I should be able to click on the bees too. Why are they everywhere? One capybara, 3 owls. Ugh. Alright. The owls are weird to me. I still want that to be a capybara. Alright, let's just try it this way. Okay, I need the owls. I mean, it's weird because I've got all these bees. I feel like they should be a thing. We got the bookworm. Is it going lighter and darker? Let me look at one of these owls. There's one. See, this one feels right. But no matter how much I click, it's not right. And then I have one owl left. Apparently we don't care about the bees. I really wanted it to be in this area. Alright. Yep. I do like that the hint is that it's a hint. It doesn't just give it to you. Alright. Last level. Oh my gosh. Really? Okay. The mushroom of knowledge. That's sneaky. It is sneaky because they take a slightly different... haven't found any owls in a while. That's probably an issue. Well, owl. That feels helpful. It's actually moderately distracting, which I'm sure is the intent. My hair is starting to get cold. All right. I really want that spot to be something it's not. Hola, señora Whimsical. Hola, Chris. ¿Cómo te va? Huh? How are you? You said hola. I'm great. Maybe, ¿cómo está a usted? Would that be better? Yeah, but I didn't expect you to speak Spanish. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. I try to think English when I'm doing stream, so that's very fair. Boop. Nope, not better. Oh my gosh, I watched a show today and I was thinking of you and Gore. How do you like? Well, I listened, I didn't watch. I didn't watch. I was gonna put it in chat after. Not because I expect you guys to watch it, but just I could not believe it was so on point. 13 and 1. Why me? Well, here's the deal. I just put on a random, basically a trash tuber, right? So I was. Wow, you're on a 3-stream streak. Woohoo! Anyway, I was putting it on to listen while I was driving, so I wasn't planning to like watch or anything, and it wasn't something where I really cared about the content. It was more like, that's at the top of my feed, done. I'm sure you never watch or listen to things that way, but I do. So I put it on, and then it was all about making good and bad choices in dating, relationships, and marriage, and when it's a good idea and when it's not, and the bad things women are doing and the bad things men are doing and the good things women are doing and the good things men are doing, and it just was not what I expected. And I'm like, wow, it's just like a theme today. What the heck? Anyway, it's not that I expected either of you to actually like go watch it or anything. I just thought it was weird that that was what was in chat last night and that was what was in my random feed. I reserved the majority of my opinions yesterday. That's fine. Anyway, it just surprised me. I mean, honestly, I guess it could be YouTube listening to me, but I don't think so, because it is somebody that I listen to frequently while I'm working, but driving. Gosh. I think my allergies are determined to win, and I'm not gonna let them. I'll take extra allergy medicine after. 2 capybaras left, and I don't have much of a picture. I'm in trouble. This is the end of my game. Aha. Okay, so I do have more over there. 1. Oh my gosh. That's how much more was off to the side. Oh dear. Well, there could still be something over here. I think not. This game keeps being recommended, I think, because my name is Whimsical. So I finally said, you know what? I need a cheap little game. I want to do something different today because I'm trying to go back to a random Steam game on Saturday. Or not Saturday. Golly, I'm tired. Wednesdays night. Hi, Whimsical. Yo, Night. Hi, Chris. How you doing, Night? Did you have a good day or night? A good period of time. You know, oddly, after so much is glowing, it's much harder to find a random capybara. I suspect this corner anyway. I feel like there wasn't enough over here. And this just looks like a little orange. Knight, allow me to ask you a series of deeply personal questions. You must be truthful for... Oh, dear. You may ask. You may always ask. My policy is not to always explain the difference between lore and behind the curtain. You don't walk around in shining armor? With rose petals dripping off of your weapons? When I changed my mind, don't want to impose. Ha 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 ha. Go ahead, just does not always mean you will get anything. That's right, that's my policy. You can ask, that just doesn't mean I'm gonna answer. Alright. I know I'm at the end of this game and you guys have missed most of it, but I'm gonna cheat. Boop. In here? Really? I clicked on that before. Actually, the roses are engraved. Ah, very good. Very good. Alright, that's it. I have completed the game, guys. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure why I'm supposed to hit the trash. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Cheat the entire... It's too late. Oh, so all of them glow now with oranges and capybaras and dragon... No, those aren't dragonflies. What are they? Maybe lightning bugs? Good job. I mean, I've been streaming an hour and 40 minutes. I'm not completely incompetent. And this is the one I just finished. Okay, good job. Wait. What? Yeah. I found 400 capybaras and 20 owls. That's all. Mm-hmm. This is it, apparently. Steam keeps trying to get me to get it because it's called Whimsical Library. Here. Hidden capybaras with orange in the Whimsical Library. I think because of my name, Steam keeps pushing this to me. So I was like, you know what? It's a cheap little game. I didn't think I'd get more than one stream. But I gave it a go. But they have all these little games for whimsical this and capybaras with orange. I don't know what it's all about. Why is there something I don't know? Well, here's the deal. Mm-hmm. And I never picked the Find the Cats games. But it kept recommending this. So I finally was like, okay, fine. I wanted a Steam game for tonight. The one I first clicked on was not going to work in time for tonight. Because, like, we got to do some stuff with the memory, probably. So, this is where I went with it. I figured then I'll know if I want to do anything else by these guys. And here's the deal. I don't think it's a bad little one-off game. But $2 is a bit steep for a stream when that's all I get. But I figure it's decent, like, just chatting. So I'll keep it in the background for ideas for a chill stream. At least it's not coloring pixels. What are we chatting about? Well, what are your thoughts on capybaras? Short little one-off thing. Yeah. I don't like doing a lot of those, but here. Let me turn off Steam visually for you. Ugly animals for real. Let me cut that off. I could go do something else. Let's see. Stupid creatures that I am surprised still exist in the wild. I'm just looking at our games. I don't really want to start something new. Here, let me go look at Steam and see if there's anything free that would be fun. They got a big old sale happening. Now that I played it. Oh, that's my library. That's why I'm not finding anything new. Anyway, what are we talking about? Night? We're going to put you on the spot. You're the tiebreaker, okay? Chris, pro-marriage. Gore, anti-marriage. There you go. Honestly, they aren't even worth the spaces in the zoo. Even for a rodent and their reproduction levels, I would think being so stupid, slow, and large, they would have been extinct. Oh, that's pretty. Why does it say free to play? I don't believe that. What is this? Yeah, no way. That won't work. That is not free. It's one of those that says it's free. Doop, 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 doop. I mean, I guess I could technically look with you guys. Let's see. I don't mind the anti-marriage stance. I just didn't like Gore's reasons for it. I think he's working very hard to make us ask why he's hurt, but he doesn't want to tell us why he's hurt, and I think that's his business. But it is a little odd, because we only know what he gives us, so. Lies and deceit game? Lies and deceit games? Is that such a thing? Do I want to know what those are like? Says it is free and it is not. Yes. Let me just look up. Can't I browse for free to play? Wow, some of these are just hitting me with their wow. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, not that one. Um Well, the Among Us fits, but I was talking about the game saying it is free when it is not. You could do the bee version, pretty much the same thing, but you have to find bees. Hold on. So you're saying do another hidden object? I know there are some free ones. Let's see. Hidden object. And we'll only look at things that are priced 0. Oh, the banana one. Oh my gosh. Lots of cats in every moment. Yeah. 100 hidden frogs. So we have cats, frogs. Let me see if I can. I don't think I'm actually showing you anything if I show this screen. So let me see if it lets you see it. No, it won't because I haven't okayed this screen. 100 Asian cats. A park full of cats. That seems to be cats hidden in a jungle. You said there's bees, if I look far enough. Mushroom cats. Alien cats. They're kind of cute. How about Korean cats? Do they look different? I'm ready to obtain the information you show. Yeah, the banana one is a scam. Cats in Seek Kyoto or 100 Korea cats? Let's do this one. All right, let's see. Oh, that's pretty. All right, let's see. How do I buy it? Add to library. The deluxe edition. There's an art book and a soundtrack if I pay $10, but the game is free. I don't even know where to go with that, but I'm going to add it to the library and see what I can do. I think I know the game. Streamer's Choice. Okay, so available in my Steam library. Oh, frick. Come on. 100 Korea cats. Install. Why do you always want to go there? You're not allowed. All right, let's see. 44, 68. Oh, I love fiber optic. Okay. Getting rid of you. Getting you. Let's see if I can get it to. Oh my gosh. Chernobyl. Okay. There's like a whole theme. All right, let's see. Let's see. Why won't it capture it? Search. I think I know that. Yeah, hold on. Capture window. Alright, give me a window. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's see. Alright, capture. We're on full screen. This might not work. Okay, ask me a question, Whimsy. Okay, hmm. What's your favorite kind of place to fish? I don't think this is gonna work, guys. I can make it work later, but it won't capture the window. I think it will if I go off and back on, but I'm not going to kill the whole stream just to do that. So, uh, I guess I could go on Coloring Pixels or onto YouTube. Just chatting stream then? Yeah. All right, let me make sure this is hidden really quickly. Yeah. All right, let me see what I can do. What the heck? Yeah, I think it's having trouble.
Direction now. We're coming
Let me just see if I've successfully got it.
after you.
Yeah, it's not happy. It's not letting me switch my window now that I'm streaming. I don't know what's going on. I got this calmer part of a river that only I know of where I could set up a chair and cast. It's not completely still since it's still part of the river. Ah, brilliant. Well, apparently we are doing just chatting because my OBS doesn't want to let me change what I'm doing. Are you freaking kidding me? All right, let me try. I hate this. What are we chatting about? How about what a pain in the butt OBS is? Let's see if I can get this one to function. Cut that out, cut that on. Yeah, none of them are. I want to ask if she likes motorcycles. Ah, I was going to ask if Hedge was there. I like OBS though. I am not really fond of it right now, gonna be honest. Okay. So apparently I cannot get anything but the capybara game to work right now. So we'll just have this as the background. I like motorcycles. Yeah, um no, I've at least got something behind me now. Oof. I used to love riding motorcycles, I'm gonna be really honest. But after the surgeries on my leg, I wouldn't be safe balance wise. But Not like a bike, don't have to. This is true. But you still have to consistently be able to hold your legs in a certain position or your foot's going to get awfully hot. I tried it after the second surgery, maybe, after my leg was more healed. And I burnt all the rubber off my shoe because I couldn't hold my leg in the right spot and balance. But they make those tricycle-y ones now. They're so expensive, but oh my gosh, I love the idea. Yeah. It was a relative's bike. They had to clean it off. I felt so bad. Of course, I lost a shoe. A convertible. I don't know. I like cars that can fly. Convertibles, they go fast, but they don't land so good when they fly. It's good though. Anyway. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. Florida's kind of known for the motorcycles. Someday I'll have money, but money is not easy to come upon. I don't know that that's what I would spend it on, though. Okay, gotta go. See you later. Really? Really? He's gotta go. Wee, all the way home. Have a good evening, Chris. Yeah, I don't think I can get anything else to work on OBS right now, Night. So this is kind of what we're stuck with. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a dud, but it is what it is. Bye, Chris. No problem. Yeah. I don't mind it. It's a pretty background, but it is, I don't know. I guess we'll just let it stinker fireflies and stuff. I don't know that much about motorcycles. Well, I wouldn't know how to take care of one. But you do still need to have a level of balance. Our Taku is giving out lure drops. Oh my goodness. What kind of lure drops are we dropping? Do tell. Oh my gosh. She was a Hot Wheels girl. They all liked them. Hot Wheels and those little cast iron, not cast iron, die cast, Mattel planes. For sure. And Atlas liking B. He liked Barbie movies. He didn't like Barbie to play with per se. When he played with one, it had no head afterwards. Let's put it that way. They played rough. They played war. But they fit in his hand nice, I guess. They got lots of concussions. Also let it drop the hedge liked motorcycles. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he still played like a boy. The girls were not happy if he got a hold of their stuff like that, but no, they all loved wooden trains, Hot Wheels, preferably the ones that looked like real vehicles, those Mattel planes, anything little that fit in the hand nicely. Um, he though loved the monster trucks too, where his sisters really could have cared less about that. I'll give you Artie lore. She's a car girl to this day. And she has a favorite. And has since before she could talk. But both my girls like the muscle cars. But to this day, if I see her head to swing like the mean to watch something, I always know it's a car and I know which one it is. That's all I'm gonna say. Girl has a type. I told her, I'm like, I can't imagine that you don't want to drive everywhere the way you feel about cars. Oh. Sorry. Ooh. Need to change the category. Boop. Oh, it actually updated that time. Back. Cool. There we go. Anyway. I don't know. We got more people around us getting those cyber trucks, which kind of surprised me. There's a chat shortcut, which I don't remember. Okay. I do like the detail on this. It's kind of cute. They turned the books into like little villages for the capybaras in the library. Oh, well, I just did it. It should have changed. They must be, because honestly, I'd seen lots of negative publicity, to be sure. It's hard to know what's what. I was not interested in an electric vehicle that would be in the country, because everybody I know that's had one changed on my end. Okay. Everybody I know that's had one, an electric vehicle, like they would have to get charged on the way to my property, then they'd have to be charged at my property, then they'd have to charge on the way home and then get home. And I'm not that far from like civilization. So that, like, with gas you wouldn't have to stop that many times. I would not be interested in one, fair enough. But living out here with that as a standard, more and more people are getting them, and they are actually driving like they're supposed to. Like, they're not, you have to recharge them every 20 miles or something like those other electric vehicles were. They're driving them out, going out all day, coming back and charging them at night, so far as I can tell. That has more value. That, and you could take a gas tank or two with you. Yep. And that's what people do out here. If you get stuck going through a roundabout way, I have been diverted or detoured through. I'm trying to think how to put this. We have a lot of state and national parks through the back roads of one of those. And it was an hour and a half out of my way detour. If I had to rely on a gas station, I never saw a gas station the whole time. You have to have gas in your vehicle. It just makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I was fine, but if I hadn't just refueled, I would have been in trouble. It's just smart to have some gas with you. Yeah, not the worst, but not good. Exactly. I mean, it was better than sitting there for, I don't know. It was like a day and a half. I guess it was like an accident with a fatality or something, and they had to clear the scene and do stuff. This was a couple of years ago. But it was the only way to get through that area, so everybody had to be detoured away. And you know, their first choice isn't to send you through the Ranger roads, but they did. Thank goodness somebody had just put down some fresh clay over part of it, but part of it was, I was real glad to have all-wheel drive that day. That's all I'm going to say. We did some good fishtailing through there. But I guess with the same logic, you could have an extra battery. But I'd be nervous about that. Yeah, the boonies is not the first choice now. Which is what surprises me. Because people, first it was one person, then another. Now, I see at least 3 of them out on the roads out here. They are really cool when someone does a neat wrap on them. I will say that's where they shine. And the headlights are super weird. I thought they didn't even have headlights at first, but apparently they do, because it's just like a whole line that just lights up at night. Batteries are much bigger and they are not exactly easy to buy. Yeah. Hey, I'm not running out to get one. I've just been surprised that people aren't using them. But there's what I would worry about with them is they still look to me like their carriage is a little low. So that if they have to go through flooding, I don't know how well they would handle that. Yeah, it seems to. It's very... Okay, do you remember Knight Rider? It's like they took that idea for light. Except that's the headlights. But it really does seem to light up in front of it. It seems to work. Yeah, hopefully they did a good job waterproofing. Out here, it's a good idea to never have a car that isn't at least 8 to 10 inches off the ground, preferably more, because you are going to go through flooding. You'll see a lot of people with those really big trucks with the really big tires. But the cyber trucks, I don't know. I'll have to see one going through water before I believe it can. We'll see. Did you see that video with the guy? He spilled water in his car. He had an electric vehicle that was 2 years old, and the thing needs $12,000 worth of work. Lift kits as well, I guess. You know, Florida's kind of known. There's whole sections of the internet dedicated to the lift kits out here. Yes, they exist. That's more normal. I see lift kits all the time, but it was so funny. I was at Walmart a week and a half or 2 ago. There was a lowrider. That's what shocked me. And it was like an inch off the ground. I'm like, what are you doing? Do you know where you are? Whatever. I didn't even know how they got back there. They'd gone through speed bumps and everything. It was insane. It looked like it was just skimming the ground. Like the Romero from Cars. It just, I know people do that, and there's areas where it's really popular. I mean, heck, there's a song, Lowrider, right? But I think with all of our sand, it doesn't tend to be a good idea. I've known people that have even done it to their cars, but they usually regret it. Hydraulics, yeah. Heck yeah. They can pretend like their sound system's so awesome it makes the car sink. Yep. I don't know. It's the kind of thing that makes you go, I bet they're not from around here. I mean, I don't know. I respect a decent sound system, but they get all the old farmers looking at them crazy. No. Old farmers could care less. They got better things to do. Okay. I'm going to tell you something funny that happened today. I clicked on you're not from around these parts. Yeah. I had been meaning to watch a video for the last 2 weeks about the poop flinging festival in India. So I finally was like, okay, I'll listen to that. And I clicked on it while I was driving. And the place I was going, I get out of the car and they had a new mama cow and some new calves. And there was poop everywhere. Like, wow, it's like, smell it, YouTube. I got all the smells and all the sights and sounds. There was something. I'm like, really? Really? It's not that hard to do out here, though. A lot of people have cattle. They were so pretty. These were like bread, it looked like, from the normal I didn't ask, but from the normal cows that people tend to grow around here, which there is one that has kind of a redder hide. And this particular farm also has some of those Highland cows. So, which we all thought was interesting, and we just kind of kept an eye on it because, like, how do they do in Florida, right? But it looked like they had bred between them, and they had the mama, and then the mama had the babies, and they bred true, and they were really pretty. Yeah, except by breeding with a taller one, you got the color of the coat, and you got kind of the horns, but it wasn't all shaggy furry. And so it would have, it was stocky, but a little bigger than like a Brahma, if you've ever seen a Brahma. So they were good size. They'd be like, they'd probably be good for meat. They look like they'd be nice. So I thought that was interesting. I mean, as many cattle as that farm has, they can play with it a little bit. Don't know cow breeds that much, yeah. I mean, for one of the ones we grow here, it had a good body. and it had it was stockier, but it looked like a good traits to be doing well out here. Anyway, so it wasn't as small as I think of them. But when I was in Scotland, I don't remember the Highland cows being small, but I don't know that I was paying attention. They do seem smaller here. But it's like you can have anything from a Clydesdale horse to a pygmy horse. I mean, there's a variety of sizes. It's not like cows are a size. They could be younger. No, this is a full-grown mama. This was clearly a very intentional breed, and the babies are doing really nicely. They usually have their grazers get nice and mature before they breed them. So my guess is they were going for the milk, but if it turns out to be good for the meat too, because they have already got good grazers for the meat, but I don't know. I don't know. I was driving by, my window was down. That, and they probably have been breeding them to be bigger in Scotland now that they have all the modern conveniences. Maybe. They got sheep to eat there. I mean, I don't know. They used to eat more beef. It could be after they had to cull so many after Mad Cow. The ones they ended up with were slightly smaller. Like, you breed them to be smaller or larger. It's like people get those chickens that the bantams. That makes no sense to me. I can't figure what they're to be good for. But that's just me. Then I put on a Nuxanor video from this morning, and he was talking about relationships. That they are not technically a pure breed anymore. That's very possible. But Gore and Chris were fighting about that last night. That I'm like, okay, well, this is timely. I did not expect that. It was just some slop tuber thing. But I was like, okay, well, apparently what I'm listening to is going to match what I'm around today. Bantams are less of a burden on the soil. Well, what's the point of bantams if they don't give you eggs that are worth anything? Those eggs are the size of those little candy Easter eggs in the store. I'd rather have a quail egg. Well, it's true. Like, do you want the eggs or don't you? And they don't look like they have much meat to them. I've never heard a single person that grows them. Guinea hens work better for that. I'd take a guinea hen any day for pest control over one of those tiny chickens. I have really nice, I mean, my chickens obviously did a really nice job with the pest control. I saved a roo that had been abandoned in a park, so at least that's going around out there now, but he hasn't matched up with Rosie. They don't like each other, so. But the roo's going around helping me with pest control anyway. I don't know. I just think bantams look like a lot of work and a waste of time. But for the people that love them, they really, really love them. but they treat them like pets. There's one property I know of where they just keep them like as pets. They have a bunch of others, but they keep those kind of for fun. And they all live in the tree by the road. So when you drive by in the morning, they will all, as a flock, like fly down at your car as you go by. I don't know what the flip they're doing, but it's crazy. Oh. Those people who keep them in their apartments in cities, do people really do that? Chickens aren't meant to be in apartments. They're meant to be outside. They're birds. I guess they keep parrots and cockatoos in cages too, so I guess there's that. See video? Like I've seen K-dramas where they have one chicken, they give a handful of grain, and then they get their egg for the day. That's very nice and neat, but I've never seen it really work that way. I think it is crazy, but people do it. Well, maybe. I believe you. I just personally... I mean, if you get a good layer, you're looking at an egg, an average of every 22 hours. They prefer company. I don't know. I guess you could have a few bantams together and take like 4 of their eggs and make 1 egg for an omelet. I think it is crazy, but people do it. They put nappies on them? On chickens? I've seen the harnesses to keep the roos off. And we may or may not have 3D printed the little T-Rex arms because my brother requested it and needed a picture. But unless it's in hospital, I can't imagine sticking a nappy on a chicken. I just did not need to know that. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm gonna tell my bro. He kept wanting to get my kids a 3D printer, and they're like, that'd be cool, but why? You know, there's so many things that we need or we could use for streaming or all these other stuff. And he goes, oh, maybe you could sell something on Etsy. And they're going, we don't know how to sell stuff on Etsy. I think bantams technically are more efficient, food per egg sort of thing, maybe. Although I wouldn't think so because of the amount of shell required, but maybe. So then he gave them a 3D printer, and then he showed them a bunch of videos with the T-Rex arms chickens, and they're like, yeah, that's nice. And he goes, I'd like you to do that for me with your chickens and send me a picture. We're like, wait, this was all because you wanted chickens that you knew to have T-Rex arms. You could have just printed it out on your own 3D printer. I love my brother. There are reasons, I just don't remember what most of them are. Probably because they're justifications more than reasons. I'm sure there's reasons for anything that got kept around. It's not something that I look at and it makes sense to me. Little tiny arms, you could also give them little tiny weapons as well. It has been discussed. But we only have, like I said, Rosie the orphan and the one Roo now. And the Roo is wild. Little swords. Oh my gosh. I have seen some of those videos. It's hilarious. I don't know. I guess my mistake was thinking of my chickens as food production. We care about them. We took very, very good care of them. They lived way past their expiration date. Yeah, but I don't. It's like that Babe movie, you know? The animals have to have a purpose. You catch my drift. And they laid eggs. They were all good layers. I'm thinking about seeing if I can't. I've been shopping around for either an old chicken to be friends with Rosie, or if I can get her some chicks. I'm not going to order them. I'm not going to pay for them. Just give her some little chicks to raise if she wants. I have seen that movie too much. Oh my gosh. You and Artie. Oh, Babe in the Big City. We have the DVD. We have the video cassette. And I think we have the DVD, but maybe just the video cassette. I don't know. My gosh. She watched that so much. I don't like it that much, which makes it worse. Yeah, why would you watch it if you don't like it? Not like I hate it. Oh, you had the little rooster with the alarm clock. The duck. It was, I don't know. It was something. Just not a big fan. Maybe it was in the house. It's just there, like background. I honestly watch very little of my content. I'm more audio. So it drives my kids mad because I'll be like, I was watching blah, blah, blah on TV, and they're going, were you even in the room with it? Because I'll put the YouTube on the big TV. Duck that steals the alarm clock. Pretty much, yep. So I listen more. And every once in a while I'll come in and I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that happened. And they're going, that's because you never look at the TV. I listen to the videos while I drive. I listen to the videos while I work. I listen to the videos while I muck out a chicken coop. I listen to the videos while I use it like radio. Like I used to use radio, you know, while I mow or something. I listen while I cook. So I have like one ear on it, but it's just, as much as anything, it's a way to tick the time, if you will. Not really. It's ironic. Look what I'm doing, right? I really cared about being a VTuber too. I love the interaction of a VTuber. I did that with music, yeah. I just only have so much time in the day, and it's a way to absorb things. And then when I do have a time to sit down, and sometimes I chill with the kids and watch something for fun, or maybe I read a book, or maybe I work on research and stuff. I guess I don't like wasting the time that I would watch. So I multi-purpose it. But I thought it was really cool that Alton Brown is coming out with new videos. So I did watch that. I'm not going to lie. I watched that. I actually put my eyes on the screen for that one. We have DVDs of his first, I think, 3 seasons of Good Eats. At one point, when they decided the series was dying, they put, Target had little sets, super cheap, that had been way more expensive, and I picked them up on clearance as they were clearancing out. So we have most of those. Cooking is helped by watching it as well as listening. One would think. If I really care, I'd go look. Like if it's something I want to know a technique or how they do it or how it looks when they get to that point, I absolutely go look. But for the most part, I'm not just like eyes glued to the screen. I'm okay. Maybe we should react sometime to Markiplier's mom teaching him how to make bulgogi because it was so hilarious. My kids sat me down and said, she's Korean, from Korea, and she's going to show you how to make it right. And I'm like, okay, they love my bulgogi. I was like, why do you care? But okay, whatever. So we sat down, and immediately she shows an ingredient. I go, it needs a little more of that. And she goes, it needs a little more of that. And then by like 5 minutes in, they're going, oh my gosh, you do it exactly the same. It's that whole, what Uncle Roger says, cooking with feeling. I was laughing so hard I had tears streaming down my face. I almost wet myself, and I am not someone who laughs that hard. It was so funny. We were all cracking up so hard. It was so funny. But it was funny because it wasn't on purpose. You know, it wasn't like contrived. It was just a natural moment where they're going to show me how this is really done. And they found out how authentic what they were having was. It was fun. Yeah, I should react to that. I'll have to go dig it up. It's somewhere in the back of... I've noticed your watch history seems to disappear after like a year, and that was a couple years ago, but I'll find it. I think that would have been either towards the beginning or the end of Unis Annus, I'm thinking. Maybe the end. But it was just nice that he had that little moment with his mom. It was before she had her own channel. I was like, I like Mommy Plier. She's a lot of fun. My personal watch history. Which I should delete a lot more. But I like knowing when I've seen something. So YouTube gets to spy on me. Not that it helps it. They can't figure out what language to put my commercials in. They can't figure out if I'm young or old or male or female. They can't target ads to me because my feed is so all over the place. Suna! It's time for just chatting to end. Maybe he's looking for your approval. No! It wouldn't switch. I tried to go to other things, and OBS was like, oh, heck no, we're not doing that today. Lovely. The things on my Discord don't help. What do you mean don't help? They make it perfect. I love that YouTube has no idea what I'm doing. I even occasionally have started subscribing to channels I could care less about just to mess with their algorithm. Hi, Artaku, says Night. Heyo. Oh, Dwagon was asking what you were going to play, and you never answered. He said I was to find out without leaving my chair. I said, you do realize I know her phone number. Yeah, like, it's not that big of a mystery.
I did say I was going to be doing the one Minecraft mod until this stream, and then from there it's going to be more whatever.
Well, he's gone, but, you know. He'll come see. Oh, you want pets? Apparently my... What are you doing? He's like taking my finger, stuck it out, and he's rubbing his head all over it to scratch his head. Like my job is to be his head scratcher. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. I don't know for a fact that I'm going to stream tomorrow because it depends on when our family events with extended family end. If they end in time, I'll probably stream. But if not, it is Thanksgiving. She was having trouble getting window capture to work. I got window capture to work for this game. It just wouldn't switch away from this game.
Yeah, I get you saying.
Because it was halfway through the stream and it wanted me to shut down OBS and restart it, and it just was not working. I was like, yeah,
Probably
no.
just need to update. So we probably just need to update.
Yeah. Like I went over here, I tried going to let me just kill this stupid game again. I don't know why I want to throw it away. So I tried going to this so I could do YouTube stuff. I tried going, I went to a different game at one point. I went to this as a different game. All things that are in here is with or without Steam games, and it just was like, oh heck no. Some of them even showed up and they wouldn't work. So I think that OBS was just like, I've changed as much as I'm going to right now.
I think I saw that.
I tried switching to capture specific window, full screen, the whole thing. I know there's ways around it. It just was not like cooperating with even things that I have all preset because I tested it. Anyway, I will play with that later. Maybe I'll try and do it while I'm not streaming and see if I can't get it to switch between, because I have done it before. I just don't think it wanted to switch from this game, because I did have to finagle it to make this game work. It's a thing. I'm sorry. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Nothing.
All right. I am kind of poofed, and I've still got some Thanksgiving stuff to prep. Sometimes it just does not want to work. Well, that's what I assumed was happening. OBS is resistant to change. Almost like it's autistic. All right. Anyway. I am going to go, and I'll be back tomorrow if I can, but if not, we have Thanksgiving. Surely you have something. I know the Canadians have a Thanksgiving.
But that's
I know it's in October because a lot of people with dual citizenship celebrate both. They're like double the Thanksgiving. Bye at night. I hope you have a really, really good evening. You got a very personalized stream tonight. We were all over the place. Remind me later about the mommy player video, maybe. I'll try and hunt it up over the next day or two. Goodbye.